Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Hey, before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, drop a comment down below telling us what you think about today's topic, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow babymonster fans. Trust me, you do not want to miss what we're about to reveal today. This one is big. Okay. Let's talk about something that has been on every Montia's mind for a very long time. Ahyeon. Young Ahyeon. The girl who has been called a warrior with many weapons by YG Entertainment's own founder. The girl who ranked #1 among all babymonster trainees during last evaluation. The girl whose pre-debut cover of Charlie Puth's Dangerously racked up nearly 40 million views on YouTube before she even officially debuted. The girl who is widely regarded as one of the most talented, most beautiful, and most charismatic young idols in the K-pop industry right now. And yet, no boyfriend. No dating rumors that were ever officially confirmed. No love story that the public knows about. Why? What is really going on? And more importantly, is YG Entertainment hiding something from us? Stay with me, because we are going to go deep on this. And I promise you, by the end of this video, everything is going to make a lot more sense. But here is a warning, what I'm about to tell you might change the way you see the entire K-pop industry forever. First, let's establish who Ahyeon actually is for anyone who might be joining us fresh. Young Ahyeon was born on April 11, 2007, in Chuncheon, Gangwon Province, South Korea. Yes, she is currently 17 turning 18 years old. She is a main vocalist, lead rapper, lead dancer, face of the group, and center of babymonster, the girl group under YG Entertainment. She trained for 5 years before she even got the chance to debut. 5 years. She started serious training when she was barely a middle schooler. Just let that sink in for a second. While most kids her age were going to school dances and worrying about crushes, Ahyeon was in a practice room, perfecting every note, every move, every facial expression, day after day, year after year. And then, just when she was supposed to debut with babymonster in November 2023, something happened. YG Entertainment suddenly announced that Ahyeon would not be debuting with the group. No clear explanation at first. Fans were devastated. Theories went viral overnight. Some people said it was health issues, which YG later confirmed, stating she had a health condition that required rest. Others whispered that something else entirely was going on behind the scenes. And for months, the K-pop world held its breath. She eventually returned and officially debuted with the complete 7-member babymonster lineup on April 1, 2024, with their debut EP Babymon7ER. The hashtag Welcome Back Ahyeon trended worldwide within hours of the announcement. But even after that glorious return, her love life remained a complete and total mystery. And that is exactly what we are here to investigate today. Now here is where things get really interesting. And this is the part that I really need you to pay close attention to. Are you still watching? Good. Because this is the core of everything. YG Entertainment, the agency behind legends like Big Bang, 2NE1, and Blackpink, has one of the most well-documented and most talked-about dating policies in the entire K-pop industry. And it is not a secret. Multiple artists have spoken about it openly on television. Blackpink members themselves revealed on the show JYP Party People in 2017 that rookie idols at YG are strictly warned not to date. iKON's Bobby, in a 2018 interview on MBC's Radio Star, said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that YG Entertainment seems like a free, family-like company on the surface, but there are actually a ton of rules. He even mentioned that members couldn't casually meet with their label mates from other groups without getting scolded. The 2NE1's legendary Sandara Park once shared on a web show that she personally chose not to pursue relationships during her time under contract because her boss had prohibited it, and she even jokingly claimed that she was the reason YG implemented the strict no-dating policy in the first place. so the picture becomes very clear. For rookie idols at YG Entertainment, dating is essentially off the table. Not officially written in some public announcement, but it is very much understood and enforced. And Ahyeon, who only officially debuted in April 2024, is very much still in her rookie era as of today in 2026. She has been an active idol for less than 2 years. She is still in high school, attending Hanlim Multi-Art School alongside her babymonster bandmate Rami. In November 2025, it was even announced that Ahyeon would not be taking the 2026 College Scholastic Ability Test, meaning she is entirely focused on her career and group activities. This is a girl whose entire world revolves around music, performance, and babymonster right now. But wait, let's go even deeper. Because the dating ban at YG is only one piece of the puzzle. The other piece? The economy of effect. This is a term that media analysts and entertainment industry observers have started using to describe what K-pop agencies have been doing for decades. Here is how it works. When you are a fan of an idol, you develop a personal, emotional connection with them. You follow their journey. You invest your time, your money, your heart. You buy their albums, their merchandise, you attend their concerts. And a big part of that emotional investment is tied to the fantasy, however unconscious, that your idol is somehow available, approachable, dedicated entirely to their fans and their art. The moment an idol announces a relationship, that illusion can shatter for some fans. And when illusions shatter, album sales can drop, streaming numbers can fall, and concert tickets can sit unsold. In early 2024, when Espas Karina from SM Entertainment confirmed she was in a relationship, SM Entertainment reportedly saw its market capitalization drop by approximately $50 million within 24 hours. That is the brutal financial reality of the K-pop dating world. So from YG's perspective, and from any major K-pop agency's perspective, keeping Ahyeon's love life completely out of the public eye is not just a personal preference. It is a business strategy. It is a calculated corporate decision. And Ahyeon, being the professional and dedicated artist that she is, understands this reality and operates within it. Now, and I really need you to stay with me here, because this is the part that will make you think, is this fair? Is it right? That is a whole other conversation. But the facts are what they are. The K-pop industry is unlike any other entertainment industry in the world. The standards, the sacrifices, the expectations placed on young idols are extraordinary. Ahyeon started training at around 12 years old. She spent 5 years of her youth perfecting her craft. She went through a health crisis that temporarily sidelined her from the group she had worked so hard to be part of. And when she finally came back, she came back stronger than ever. Her rap delivery in babymonster's hit, Sheesh, was praised by none other than Dog, one of Big Hit's most respected music producers. Her cover of Dangerously is considered a rite of passage for new babymonster fans. Charlie Puth himself was so impressed that a gift track was included as a nod to that viral cover. This is a young woman who has sacrificed an enormous amount for her art and for her fans. And part of that sacrifice, at least for now, appears to include keeping her personal romantic life entirely private, in line with what YG Entertainment expects of its rookie idols. But here is the part that gives me hope. And I think it will give you hope too. Because history has shown us that the dating ban at YG does not last forever. Multiple former YG artists have confirmed that the restrictions ease over time, once an idol achieves a certain level of success and proves their irreplaceable value to the agency. Blackpink's members, for example, are now openly linked to various people without the level of catastrophic fan backlash that might have happened years ago. The industry is also slowly, gradually evolving. Global exposure means global standards. International fans tend to be far more supportive of their favorite idols having personal lives. And babymonster, with their 2025 Hello Monsters World Tour spanning Asia, the United States, and Japan, is clearly building a massively international fan base. As that international presence grows, the pressure on Ahyeon and her members to maintain an image of total romantic unavailability may gradually decrease. And honestly, Ahyeon herself has never publicly said she doesn't want love. She has never said she is not interested in relationships. She is a young woman with emotions, dreams, and a full human heart. Her MBTI is listed as ISTJ, known for being loyal, sincere, and deeply feeling. Her bandmates joke that she switches to ESTJ mode, on stage, focused, commanding, present. But off stage, she is someone who collects plush toys, doodles quirky little monsters in her notebook, binge-watches K-dramas in a single night, and eats spicy tteokbokki during late-night practice sessions. She is real. She is human. And someday, when the time is right, when her career is established, when the industry allows, she will write her own love story on her own terms. The truth about Ahyeon's love life is not some dark scandal. It is not a secret that should make anyone angry or upset. The truth is this: she is a 17, turning 18-year-old girl who has dedicated essentially her entire youth to becoming one of the greatest performers of her generation. She is bound by the very real and very documented dating culture of YG Entertainment, one of the most powerful agencies in K-pop. She is navigating an industry that monetizes the personal lives of its artists in ways that most of us will never fully understand. And through all of it, through the training, the health setbacks, the delayed debut, the world tours, the relentless spotlight, she has remained focused, professional, and absolutely extraordinary. So the next time you wonder why Ahyeon doesn't have a boyfriend, the answer is not simple. It is layered. It is systemic. It is rooted in a billion-dollar industry that operates by rules most fans never get to see. But the most important thing to remember is this: Ahyeon's story is still being written. She is 17 years old. She has her whole life ahead of her. And when she is finally ready, if and when she chooses to share that part of herself with the world, it will be entirely on her own terms. And that, honestly, is exactly how it should be. Alright, that's everything for today's video. If this opened your eyes to how the K-pop industry really works behind the scenes, please give this video a big thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel grow and reach more fans like you. And if you have thoughts, opinions, or questions about Ahyeon, babymonster, or the K-pop dating culture in general, drop them in the comments below. I personally read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video, and share this with your fellow Montiers. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next one. Ahyeon.